welcome. Hey, this little LA Stay Live. I'm back again with another crystal video for you guys. I want you guys to go ahead and tap in, share, like, and subscribe to this channel. If you appreciate the knowledge that I'm giving on my videos, let me know by going in the comments, speaking to me. I surely would appreciate it. But other than that, you can see the title. Let me tell you something about crystals. Um, One thing I want to share with you guys is that, sorry about that. One thing I want to share with you guys is that I get a lot of questions about uh, the meaning behind crystals and possibly wanting to know is there like a spiritual meaning behind the crystals? And I like to tell people that crystals to me, and from what I learned, are a vibration. Okay. And I tell people this often because it has to do with the universe. Okay. And everything pretty much has a vibration. And I let people know that from the perspective of crystals coming from the earth with different colors that deals with the chakras. So it depends basically on which color you're dealing with to kind of align with what your uh what your like vortex or your chakras are coming from when it comes to vibrating and basically receiving what it is from the universe that you're asking for. So um i'll tell people I'll tell people that you know when you get a crystal and it's close to you, it helps you receive what you're asking for from the universe according to you speaking to it as well. So once you're vibrating and you have a crystal close to you, it helps you, uh, your vibration kind of doubles up. I can say that, doubles up because it's vibrating. And if it's on you or close by you, the vibration that's it's sending out to the universe, you can kind of push that your vibration onto the crystal, and it would help you receive what you're asking for from the universe. Uh, so that's the perspective of having crystals nearby you, and so it'll be a good thing to kind of learn about chakras and different colors. If you're into that type of things, all you crystal lovers out there, you know what I'm talking about when it comes to the crown chakra, your third eye chakra, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral chakra, and root chakra. Okay, all of those dealing with different colors that can be aligned and worked upon to kind of receive a higher vibration. That's the main thing, is to be in a high vibration so that the low vibration can kind of arise. Um, there's more to be talked about that. You can sometimes hear people speak about the Kundalini, which has to do with like your spine going up into your your head area and kind of popping out of your third eye chakra, which is the symbol of a cobra snake. Okay, so if you ever hear anything about the Kundalini, they're basically speaking about the cobra snake, and when it expands its I wouldn't say wings, but its neck that gives the cobra the expansion of his head when he kind of aroused or she's aroused. That's what happens with your pineal gland when it expands. So that's the meaning of opening your third eye chakra as well. Yeah, you can learn a lot with that information. Also, I would like to I like to tell people when it comes to the crystals that's inside your brain by the million, by the billions, actually, is magnetite. Magnetite is magnetic, one of the most magnetic crystals on Earth um, that can be found with a magnet. Okay, and also I'm going to put my glasses on because on these shades, on these glasses, I have a magnetite, and it'll be easier for me to kind of point out to you what I'm speaking of as I talk. So yeah, magnetite is in our brains by the billions. Okay, magnetite is also conducts electricity. I want you guys to go back on my first video called Shungite and Magnetite Conducts Electricity, and you will see this not only this magnetite, that magnetite actually conducts electricity. I used a flashlight to prove that magnetite conducts electricity, and you can see also shungite conducting electricity. Okay, so that's a very important video. Okay, also I'll be speaking. I'll tell people about um, the different chakras and colors, how it actually will help you with your vibrations by seeing different colors. I found that the earth chakra is basically the root chakra, dealing with red, according to its vibration and expansion. Uh, so I also found out that whenever you're trying to get out of your lower chakra, it's best to resonate with your heart chakra, um, which is resonated with the colors green, pink, and gray. So if you're seeing gray, like the gray hairs there, has a lot to do with heart chakras. Um, if you see pink, like your gums, yeah, I'm missing a tooth or two, but it's okay. Um, yeah, pink lips has a lot to do with heart chakra. Also, green. So if you're out and about in nature, it's good to see the green grass, the trees, and so forth. When it comes to trees and leaves and stuff like that, that's a good way to raise your vibration on the earth. That's something that I found out. You can look more into it for yourself when it comes to the size of the earth and the possible vibration that the earth could actually give once you found out the size of the earth by terahertz, so on and so forth. You can go back and look at my videos about chakras about that, and hopefully I explained it well. But if not, I'll be looking into that this year to kind of break down again, about the chakras and the different colors that you see. They can raise your vibrations just by watching the colors. Okay. And so that's another thing that the crystals are about, colors. You can have them close by you, but different colors give off different meanings, different, minerals that's within the crystals or different forms and shapes and different types can actually, raise your vibration, you know, to get what you're asking for from the universe. And that's what it's all about, you receiving as you give off the vibration. Because we know that what you give out can come back. Okay. Also, I speak about the UV light, the black light. It actually shows different crystals lighting up in the dark. So one of the crystals that lights up in the dark under a UV light is is a black amber. You have lapis lazuli. You have rubies. They glow in the dark. Um, I'm pretty sure there's more. Like you see, Uber light. That's soda light. Soda light actually glows in the dark as well. You'll see Uber light. I think it's Uber light. Yeah, Uber lights actually glows in the dark, and you can find a lot of those videos on YouTube as well, when people are searching on beaches and so on and so forth, different places with UV light, finding rocks that actually glows in the dark. That is pretty spectacular. Okay. Um, yeah. So one of the most mysterious, speaking of glowing in the dark, is crystals that I found. Is on my Ankh. I tell people that this certain crystal that I found near a creek um, actually changes colors. Okay, from pink, purple, black, and blue. Okay, now between those colors, what I'm saying, like you can actually see one of those colors throughout its time of watching it. You know what I mean? Because at any particular time, it can actually change colors. I had a friend that actually experienced it with me, so I know that I'm not just telling you anything. Plus, I've seen it for myself. The color is it just actually changes. It changes from a lighter pink to possibly a dark black, and sometimes a very high vibrational blue. And most of the time, it's purple. Okay, but also with that crystal, if I was to put a regular light up to it, you can actually see the inside of it green, like a yellowish green, and I find that quite interesting. Haven't found out what the type of crystal it is yet, but this earth is full of minerals and different crystals, rocks. Excuse me for yawning, guys. But if you still with me in this video, continue to watch. I need people to share my video as much as possible. As you can see, I'm still in my little rest haven area, waking up, wanting to speak about the crystals. But I'll probably be doing a video, let's say, sometime soon. Just trying to get everything together for this year. Uh, like I said, you can see the videos that I did last year. Basically, it's what I'm gonna be upgrading for this year. So no worries, you won't be missing anything. It's just be more clear information about what I'm speaking of. Okay, y'all got the magnetite. Okay, they focus on the magnetite. It's in your brain by the billions. I have a video about the magnetite theory. Okay, you can go back and watch that. Um, when it comes to crystals, I want you guys to know that it helps you ask for whatever, it helps you vibrate and receive whatever it is that you're asking for from the universe. So that's what crystals mean to me. That's what I tell people. Um, yeah. And also, I end up leaving them with some good information about my website, wanting to uplift the community as well as their vibration by letting them know that I help with jobs, housing assistance, uh, credit coaches, uh, and a lot more. You would have to go to my website and check out the different uh, areas that I help people in. I want to try to help people get from point A to point B. One way I can do that is by uplifting community with these resources. And so, what I do is, when it comes to crystals, you can reach out to me. We can all go out, whomever you would like to invite. Um, we can possibly set up a trip to go and crystal search, if that's possible, which it is. I have many places that we can go here in the state of Georgia. I can set up a trip, um, let you know the cost, and we can take the trip. That's a good deed so far when it comes to me and my website. So I'm here to kind of uplift the community in that way. I wanted to let you guys know that I deal with how I what's that? How I charge my crystals. There's many ways to charge your crystals. Right now, there's a full moon out there. It's probably sun is out, so you probably wouldn't be able to see it. But last night, you know, I looked out my window. It was basically like the moon was just looking right at me. I thought it was the lamp. It's what they call it, a street light. But instead of it being a street light, it was actually the moon. So it was a good time to go out and charge your crystals. But hey, I find it strange. I'm still not believing that the sun gives the moon its light. I'm not trying to be, correct, but I would be, somebody can correct me on the fact that if the sun gave the moon its light, how could the moon be a full moon with no light around it? Like, if the moon is getting its light from the sun, wouldn't the sun be reflecting towards the moon? Like the rays reflect towards the moon, which would be daytime, right? And why is it that in the daytime you can sometimes see the moon or half of a moon, right? I mean, just something to think about. I believe the moon gives off its own light. It's probably just some magical source, possibly that one of the reasons why we're here is possibly because of the moon and the sun, of course. Just want to speak on that. I speak about charging my crystals in the rain. I call it the Medjed crystal charging because of Medjed, one of the deities, gods that I found amongst the hieroglyphics in ancient Egypt. Um, he was, I would say, mysterious, as he wears like a blanket over his head. You can see his two eyes, his eyebrows. He has no mouth, no nose. He has no arms. He just has 2 feet, two eyes, and some eyebrows, right? And some people depict him as like a ghost, or maybe like a Pac-Man ghost, or something like that. Uh, the ghost that chased Pac-Man around or whatnot. But he don't have a mouth. Anyways, the image that I get from him in the rain is when the rain drops. That little ball sometimes creates bubbles that travels along the ground when it's pouring raining, and that's the image that I get when it rains. And so I call it Medjed crystal charging. Also, I call it Medjed crystal charging because Medjed was a great, you can say, friend or warrior or associate with Osiris or Asa from ancient Egypt. And I can only imagine how he felt when he found out that Osiris was murdered. And so I depict him crying with his two eyes, and I thought about the rain still. So that's two reasons for me to believe that, or to call my videos Medjed crystal charging, due to the fact that it gives me idea that Medjed possibly cried when he found that news. Um, and then I can see him, the image of him, like trolling down the street as a bubble. So uh, that was some good information. So yeah, and plus it's good for your crystals to get the actual natural resources from nature, which is rain, wind, sunlight, soil, and many other things, and you vibrating towards it. Uh, that'll be a good deed to speak to your crystals. And like again, I said, ask for what you want from the universe. But with crystals close by, it's possibly that it would help you um, receive what you're asking for faster or in a better form. Yeah. So yeah, this little LA stay live. Um, I have many tips that I hit on last year when it has to do with. I had found feathers that was quite interesting. The feathers I found was a black vulture feather. You can check out one of the shorts that I did on the black vulture feather if you haven't seen it. I seen a falcon's feather that was cool. I've seen also a blue jay feather and a cardinal feather. Now I'm telling you, I've seen these feathers because I actually kept them after I kept the feathers after that I found the feathers. I thought they was pretty. It was pretty cool to keep the feather or whatever as a collection. But I'm not collecting birds or anything like that. It's just the fact that I'm walking down the street and I seen some, I picked it up. Basically, it's like in a lost and found right now till the birds come back and find it. Other than that, let's see. I have yeah. I showed you guys talked about my first experiment with conducting electricity with a flashlight with crystals. That's cool. The chakras. That's cool. Go back and look at the videos about UV light. That's cool to see what kind of crystals light up in the dark and glows in the dark. Um, Different feathers. One thing you can do is if you see a certain animal consistently, you can uh, you can Google the actual animal and put behind it totem, and you can get the totem meaning so that it lets you know like what the animal actually means when it comes well, spiritually. Uh, when it comes to us humans, okay, different way. Google. You can Google a lot of stuff, and one thing I do is Google uh, like spiritual meanings behind what it is that I'm interacting with. Um, yeah. So magnetite, moldavite, and after I got my first piece of moldavite, a tektite. Uh, well, I was more interested in tektite because they were saying it was part of a meteorite, the black tektite, and I was also interested after I started finding magnetite because I didn't know where it was from and why it was magnetic and why nobody spoke of it as a crystal. So when it comes to tektites, uh, I was just speaking about like how it come from outer space, and I was more interested in crystals that come from outer space. And so moldavite is one of the higher vibrations of tektites that I found interesting. So after finding moldavite, what I did was found out that there was another form of tektite, which is called Libyan desert glass. And It was almost like it was in, I just had to get me a piece of Libyan desert glass, which is yellow, right? It's from Libya. See that crystal there? Right here, right there. It's from Libya. It was one of the crystals that was found inside of King Tut's tomb. So that was more intriguing and making me wanting to have it in my possession as well. Um, so that's pretty cool. So you got Libyan desert glass. You have regular meteorites that come from outer space. You have they would say obsidian as well, but obsidian is from volcanic activity, and possibly they would say obsidian because after the impact of a meteorite, you probably would get some type of form of glass, and if it was just so happened to be black, they probably would call it obsidian. Unlike Libyan desert glass, they saying that possible meteorite hit Libya long time ago, and they couldn't understand like where the actual the glass came from. Um, the Earth is very amazing to the point where you can get an overflow of just about anything. And I'm not saying that a meteorite hit there, but once something starts, you probably will get abundance of what it is that you're finding. So I believe that's possibly where Libyan desert came from. You could find them on the Libyan in the Libyan desert, but also like within like a beach area, I believe. If not, it's possible that it is that meteorite hit. I wouldn't know until I keep doing the research, but you can't always go by what people say. So unless you was there, it's very hard to tell. Yeah. So I'm gonna be wanting to do more videos when it comes to me traveling or whatnot. The videos I'm gonna be doing is when I travel to another state or go to like a crystal mine. Um, I want to make sure the information that I'm giving out on YouTube is clear, and once I break it down to where you guys can understand and what it is that you can receive from this channel, I'll be speaking about that this year. Okay, and dealing with like your aura, how to actually resonate with different, possible ancestors to kind of tap into your, uh, what it is that you're asking for from the universe. I have, I'm interested in like having different African antiques around the house. So so far, I've been to Africa once. So I have like this bean that came from a tree. When you shake it, you can hear the rattling noise. That's cool. I have different, like necklaces and ring that came from Africa. The black one here. Then I have a red one here that came from Africa. Now those crystals, I really don't know what kind of crystals they are. But when they come from Africa, most likely it is a crystal. It's probably not just no rock. Uh, most people would say, right? But I believe the black one could be like a onyx, right? Because I don't believe it's glass, like an obsidian or something. So I would say onyx. All right, and then the red one. I believe it could be either it's not a ruby because rubies glow in the dark, but it could be more of a more like a red garnet. If it's not a garnet, yeah, I believe it's more close to like a garnet or something like that, more clear garnet or something. But very very interesting. When it comes to these crystals, guys, I found some very very nice crystals last year. Found some geodes, fossils. Um, yeah, I found a pocket of crystals. My only pocket of crystals that I really found was a prophyllite. That was pretty dope. Prophyllite revealed to me within the pocket uh, a nice hematite geode. Well, it was more like a rainbow hematoid, rainbow hematite geode, Betroida as well. So if you like to go searching for crystals, join me. And I will take you where I found these crystals. And I mean, there is a fee, not for me, but to actually go onto the land and search for the crystals that are there. Um, yeah, I believe they're going to be doing some type of event. They do it every year, twice a year, out in Grays Mountain. Yeah, so I plan on going this year for sure. Uh, Even if I have to rent out everything myself, that would be cool. But looking forward to it. As you can see, I haven't been on like a trip in a while. Basically, had some other stuff to deal with around the home, around just business wise, just trying to keep everything together. It's the first of the year. We have to renew a lot of stuff, and so I'm just trying to keep in contact. I'm doing everything myself. So for those that are out there supporting me and wishing to continue this channel, go ahead. You can support me by hitting Cash App. I do take donations, but my donations go towards me searching for crystals. So if you was to support this channel, you will possibly be leading me on to go to a crystal mine to search for crystals. And I'll be going live as well. And I'll let people know, that you possibly, that you sent out the Cash App and actually led me to getting, continuing this journey. Okay. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna make it short about that because I want you guys to support my channel. So I'm gonna make it short about my Cash App and why it is that I'm accepting Cash Apps so that I can go on these trips. Um, I got a lot of feedback from other YouTubers. I like to shout out those who gave me birthday shout outs and those who spoke my name on their videos. So yeah, shout out to Mr. Palmer for giving me a birthday shout out. Shout out to Identical for giving me a birthday shout out. I appreciate it. Shout out to Michelle Taylor. She has been mentioning me in her videos because I do comment a lot in her videos. She's very inspirational, and I mean, if anybody who's going to be giving out motivation and without being aggressive, I would choose Michelle because Michelle is basically trying to uplift others with the information she receives, from the source. So thanks, Michelle. Thanks, Identical, for the shout out, or the birthday shout out, and the following. Also, Mr. Palmer, I'd like to say thanks again for the birthday shout out. So that's something that happened last year. Every year around my birthday time, I get some type of special special communication from people that I don't know that could be inspiring others and tap into the frequency of me, which is meaningful and great, especially when people want to do better in life. Okay. So I created my website so people can do better in life. I want people to come to my channel and see what it is that I do outside of working. Right now, I'm basically waking up and hearing bad news about, people passing away. I mean, I'm still hearing the news, and if you can check out these videos that I did from um, around the 012, 25, 022 of last year up until this year, the beginning of this year, I did videos and of people, here in Atlanta, Georgia, people are constantly shooting people and killing people with guns. And there has been a lot of car accidents as well that's leaving people lifeless. And that was a big concern for me. Two people passed away inside of a jail, and then one of my first interviews about, people dying in jail, that was very interesting. I did an interview of a guy who could believe everything he was saying, but when it showed up on my phone, it's almost like, who knows? Maybe he was telling the truth, and you can't put nothing past anybody or anything when it comes to this system. Um, they'll tell you once you there, you belong to them. But these people that I did a video on, they actually did do commit a crime that deserved death. So they actually didn't have the chance to serve their time and come home to their family. They served time and ended up dead before they could serve their complete time, which was just senseless because the people are now feeding into it. The people who need to feed into it are just now looking into it as if it just happened when it actually happened, started happening like the summer of last year. Okay, so that shows you the carelessness of the system and people doing lacking their job and not being concerned about one's death, or you know watching something happen and possibly letting their family members know, but not actually letting the public know exactly what's going on. So I did videos on people passing away, and that's one of the videos that I found out that's right trending now in Atlanta, Georgia. That two people passed away within I think within 24 hours, something like that. Yeah. So within 24 hours, two people passed away in jail, and they said they didn't have no about a cause of the death, which is kind of weird. Either they was food poisoning, bad air, could have been what they call it, carbon monoxide, or is that carbon monoxide? No, it's not carbon monoxide. It's a C word that gives off bad air that can leave you to faint or pass away. It's very very dangerous. Yeah. So I've been on here for a while and want to tap in with you guys. I'm trying to get used to not being video shy. So one way you can do that is by tapping in with me and communicating with me. Whenever you come in to peak or whatever, I appreciate it if you go ahead and hit that like button, share, and subscribe. If you watch this video to the end, let me know in your comments, in the comments. And let's continue this channel. It's Lil LA Stay Live, and I'll be back again as soon as possible. Y'all stay safe, I do this for you. I do this for me. Keep your eyes open. Continue to watch. Thank you.